Okay, so we have talked about how to compare fractions, and we have talked about how to compare decimals. Now, let's talk about how to compare both. So when we are comparing both fraction and decimal, we need to convert everything to a decimal. That is your most important part. Let's just look at a few. So, and you're going to practice this on your worksheet in just a minute. So let's say I have 0.6, and then I have, let's do 4/5. So obviously we would have to convert 4/5 into a decimal since it's not already. Then we know, again, we're counting by 20s, or we could just go top in, bottom out, whichever one you prefer. And we know it goes in there 8 times, or 0.8. We know that 8/10 is bigger than 6/10. So in this case, it should be pointing less than. So again, I would convert everything into a decimal. Let's see if I have multiple, what I would do. Okay, so again, we have multiple things that may need to be converted into a decimal. Let's go to least to greatest order this time. So in this case, this is already a decimal, so no need to convert. This one I would have to go top in, bottom out, and divide like I normally would. 8 goes into 10 one time. 2, bring down another 0. 8 goes into 20 2 times, that's 16, and let's go one more time. And it goes in there 5. So therefore, 1/8 is equal to 0 and 125 thousandths. 3/4 is one of our friendly numbers, so we know it's counting by quarters or 25 cents. So if I have 3/4, I have 75 cents, and then I have 0.78, which is already a decimal, so that it does not need to be converted. I'm going to add my placeholders where needed, and then I'm going to compare and put it in order from least to greatest. These are the same, so I'm going to go to my next number. We're going in order from least to greatest. So I have a 6, 1, 7, and a 7. So in this case, my 1 would go first. So 1/8 would be my first number. Then 2, 0.6 or 6/10. Now I have a problem. 7 and 7. So I'm going to go to my next place value. In this case, I have a 5 and I have an 8. Which one is less than? You guessed it, my 5. So in this case, this will be 3 and this will be 4. And that is how you compare and order fractions and decimals and all rational numbers. Pay attention to whether it's positive or negative as well. Let's look at this top part. So we can just fill out the top part, and you're going to practice this independently, top and bottom, by yourself. When we're comparing decimals, make the numbers have the same value. And that's including place value. So where I was adding my 0, do the same thing to make them equal. When comparing fractions, make the numbers have the same value. Again, same thing. And we can do this by changing our denominator or just simply just turn it into a decimal. When it's mixed, again, that's what we just went over. You're going to convert everything into decimal form. And again, you do that just by simply turning my fractions into a decimal. Let me know if you have any questions.